see Harvick down the bottom in the 29 car. You know, they're going to try to get together at the end of this thing and try to see if they can get it done. Here comes Casey Mears again.
Trevor Mears was a lap down, had to be because of a speeding penalty on pit road. And he will pull down there and let his teammate Kevin Harvick try to ease in and catch him.
You see Denny Hamlin getting complete. Oh, he's blowing up. He's blowing up. The 11 is. That's going to bring the caution out, too.
I'm getting out of everybody's way. Just stay on the apron. What's your temp? 195.
Talk about bad luck. These guys have had just a lot of bad luck. They've run great in every chase race. And just had
they're snake bit for sure.
Yeah, a lot of bad fortune.
Back-to-back DNFs at California and Charlotte, and then they dominate, lead 206 laps and win at Martinsville, and now again a DNF, third time in 4 races here in the chase for Denny Hamlin. We are under caution for the 4th time a day, 51 laps to go, and troubles for the 11 car. Under caution here at Talladega for the 4th time a day, the 11 car of Denny Hamlin limping on the pit road and finally able to turn and make the entry into the garage area. A plume of smoke, and because the 11 car was trying to get on the pit road without any power, NASCAR closed the pit road again and did not allow anyone to come down. There's the 11 finally making the turn and heading into the garage area.
Yeah, with no power and this 11 car just barely moving on the pit road, they couldn't afford to let all the cars come down there and try to avoid him, so they decided to let Denny get his car into the garage area. They'll open pit road next time by.
Yeah, another lap under caution here. Going to open up some interesting scenarios as far as some people may make it on fuel from here.
It is. This is now getting just outside of that pit window and possibly inside the pit window for some cars. So it's going to get dicey right here.
It's already been dicey for this guy, the 2 car. He gets the Aaron's Lucky Dog free pass. Kurt Busch has come now from 2 laps down. And this caution will allow him to get back on the lead lap. That will put us now 35 cars on the lead lap with less than 50 laps to go here at Talladega.
Andy and I were just talking, look at that car a while ago. He was up in the middle, trying to keep himself in that position as far as getting the free pass. Cars beat all the pieces. They've got patches on and everything else, but still running around here.
It's kind of the way this team's been all year. They've just been holding it together, staying in contention, still staying in contention to win the championship.
He's the only driver in the chase that's had top 10 finishes in all 3 of the plate races this year. So somehow Kurt Busch, even though he had troubles early in the year, is able to battle back. The same thing happened to him at Daytona. He was involved in the big one early on, got all crunched up, had a problem with the tire, and still fought back and finished 10th in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, look at this car. They've got Bear Bond taped all over at the front, right behind the front tire. It's been caved in. You can see the back bumper and the rear quarter panel.
Now, he had been bump drafted from behind and had a tire rubbing there, and apparently the tire goes down. This was the issue he had on the racetrack.
He got a big shot from that 83, which made that right rear rub and then ended up cutting that tire, causing this spin and the damage that we see on the right side of the tube.
And all those pit stops put him 2 laps down. Well, this could be the money stop, could be the final stop, depending upon how much fuel mileage you get. 07 headed your way, Jamie.
And Casey Mears, they told him, let's pack the fuel, 4 tires, but they said they will have to stop again. Of course, working with Doug Randolph, new crew chief for the first time, communication has been good. They're back on the lead lap. Vince?
Brad Keselowski really liked his car after the last pit stop. They're going to add some tape and 2 tires, the right sides only. Shannon?
Team told Clint Boyer that he can make it to the end from here. 4 tires for the 33. Dave?
On a mirror screen, Dale Earnhardt Jr. calling for a 4-tire stop. No chassis adjustment for Jr., giving up 2nd place. Jimmy Johnson has some damage on the left rear quarter panel with a bump from Brian Vickers. They get a close look at it, but have decided there's nothing wrong with it. The championship leader will take on 4 tires and leave pit road.
Race up, see the big gainer there. Jeff Gordon up 5 positions. Earnhardt Jr., they really wanted to pack that car full of fuel. He lost 4 spots with that pit stop. Let's go over the wall here down in the 7 pits with Mark Hollywood Armstrong. Listen in.
Okay, we're about 10 away. We're going to do 2 tires. We'll be waiting on fuel. Let's have some fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up. Whoa, how about that? Come on, baby, go. Go, baby, go.
What a great pit stop by Hollywood and Company, and they've gotten that 7 car back out of the pits. Robbie Gordon being shown right now 10th on the racetrack. He has led the race today. Going to be a shootout here in the final 48 laps. Back in a moment. Under caution here on the Amp Energy 500 at Talladega for the 4th time today. Denny Hamlin, one of our chase contenders and one of the fastest cars on the track, now sitting still in the garage area under the hood with an engine issue. Cars that came on pit road, we had 17 cars come back in and pack it full of fuel, including our points leader and defending champion Jimmy Johnson. There you see some of the guys coming off the 5 car, the 14.
Yeah, you can see they're taking this time to make this extra pit stop because they're right at the edge of making it on fuel.
Under caution, we will come back with a restart here, folks. 35 cars still on the lead lap. Folks, to refresh your memory, what a finish we had here back in the spring. The 99 and 09 cars were 7th and 8th with 2 laps to go. They hooked up nose to tail and were able to draft by. On the final lap, Edwards the block, the contact. Edwards gets airborne, hits Newman. Keselowski comes down to get his very first win, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 2nd. Set for the restart here, 46 laps to go, and the guy who won it here in the spring in the same race car is leading here at Talladega again. Brad Keselowski, Jeff Gordon, David Stremme, Robbie Gordon, and Martin Truex, the top 5. And just a moment ago, by the way, 12 more cars came on the pit road again to top off with fuel.
Now, there's a lot of cars that can make it now from here with about 46 laps to go, now 45 laps to go. Should be able to make it to the end. There'll be a few of them that may not be able to. Some of them that didn't make those extra pit stops may be short on fuel.
David Stremme trying to push the 24 car of Gordon by, and Jeff Gordon will have the lead. Robbie Gordon, meanwhile, on the top, trying to push the 09 of Keselowski by.
See, Gordon is able to take the lead with the help of Keselowski. They get nose to tail coming down the front straightaway through the tri-oval here.
Here comes Kevin Harvick now pushing Clinton Boyer, his teammate, in the 33. You see there, Keselowski moves right up in front of him. He saw the momentum coming in that outside lane.
Boyer jumps out of line.
Boyer down on the inside. He'll need some help in the draft. He gets alongside the 24 car, and here comes the 12 behind him. Stremme is there. Truex is there to help the 33 in the draft.
See, Jeff Burton goes to the middle of the track there, trying to get some help to go up through the center.
Now Burton will get a little drafting help from Robbie Gordon and Montoya in that middle lane.
See 2 guys up in that high side working together too, that I see is Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Elliott Sadler.
Jr. going down in the middle and goes underneath the 9 of Keselowski.
Yeah, you can see David Rudman really got loose at that point.
Dave.
And guys, Dale Earnhardt Jr. early in this race believed that the top line was the only way to go. He said you go to the bottom, you go backwards. But we've seen just recently he'll go to the middle as well. Haven't seen him test that bottom line, but Andy, I was going to quiz you this week what line you wanted. So far, Jr. thinks top and middle.
I like the top. I've always liked the top. We won with Bobby Hamilton Sr. here. He started working that top lane late in the race and got by Tony Stewart to win it. So ever since then, I've kind of liked the top.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like the top is you're boxed in. If something happens, you have nowhere to go.
Let's hear from a disappointed Denny Hamlin. Jamie.
Well, many people said Denny Hamlin was the car to beat coming in here. Now you find yourself in the garage again. Denny, how do you explain the emotion?
Well, it's just, we take 1 step forward and then 2 back, it seems like. But it's we had a great car, that's for sure. FedEx Camry was strong as anyone, if not stronger, but just couldn't keep it together. It's a different issue than what we had at Charlotte. This one looks to be the bottom end, where there was the top end on the at Charlotte. So no telling what really let go. It looked like connector rod because we got a lot of oil all over the place. So it's just going to make, hopefully it'll make our engine department stronger and our team stronger. And, when we set up ourselves for a championship next year, we won't have mechanical issues, and then we'll be able to fight them at the end.
NASCAR warned you guys before this race you cannot push each other in the corners. How did that change the way you guys raced today?
It changed it quite a bit. I mean, I think everybody set up to do the two-car hookup, and we did as well. And we weren't able to execute it. Now it's just going to be interesting to see. I see the longer it gets in the race, the more guys that are starting to really push the limit in the corners. But it's tough to give us something and then tell us how to drive it. So when guys are going to go for the win, you're going to see guys using the corners.
All right, thanks, Denny Hamlin. His third DNF, all in the chase. Doc.